In this video, we're going to be learning how to multiply fractions. So for instance, if we're given a simple fraction here, like 1/2, and then we want to multiply that by, let's say, 3/5. Well, in the previous video, we learned how to add and subtract fractions, and in order to add or subtract fractions, we need the denominators to be the same. So we'd have to find the least common denominator and transform both these fractions so we have equivalent fractions where the denominators are the same. And then once we did all of those steps, then we could just add the numerators and then the denominators would stay the same. But with multiplying fractions, it is actually a whole lot easier. All we need to do is multiply the numerators straight across. So 1 times 3 is going to give us 3. And then we're also going to multiply the denominators across, and 2 times 5 is going to give us 10. And that is a big distinction between adding and subtracting fractions compared to multiplying fractions, is when we are multiplying fractions, we are going to be changing the denominator. We are going to be multiplying the denominators as well as multiplying the numerators versus adding or subtracting fractions. We only really care about the numerators once our denominators are the same. All right, so with multiplying fractions, doesn't matter what the denominators are, you're just going to multiply it all the way straight across. So let's go ahead and look at a different example here. Let's say we have 2/5 times 1/3. 2/5 times 1/3. Again, the denominators are different, but that doesn't matter because we are multiplying fractions. So we're just going to multiply all the way across. So 2 times 1 is going to give us 2 on the numerator, and then 5 times 3 is going to give us 15 for the denominator. The only time where it might be a little different is when you do need to simplify. So for instance, let's do another example here where we have something like 2/5. Let's see, 2/5 times, let's say 1/2 here. So 2/5 times 1/2. On the numerators, we're going to get 2 times 1, which will give us 2. And then the denominators is 5 times 2, which will give us 10. And that is our answer, but hopefully we should be able to see and recognize that 2/10 can actually be simplified a little bit because 2 can evenly go in both the numerator and the denominator. So we will divide both of them by 2, and that'll give us a result of 1/5 here. 1/5 will be our final answer, our simplified answer. All right, let's go through one more just for a good look here. Let's say we have 7/8 times 3/5 here. 7/8 times 3/5. Again, just multiply straight across. So 7 times 3 is going to give us 21. 8 times 5 is going to give us 40. And that is in its simplified form already because the only factors of 21 are going to be 1, 3, 7, and 21. And neither one of those, besides 1, of course, goes into 40. So 7/8 times 3/5 is going to be 21/40. And that is how easy multiplying fractions is.